Right. Okay, we're gonna take this around one time. And that's gonna be that. And we're gonna get started. Just a little bit, y'all. I still love this. Oh, shoot. Once again. What's up? Thank you, Gator. About that original mix. Yeah, something's fucked up with that other mix. I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, we're about to be done. What's up? Welcome. Peace to the balls. Peace to the balls. To my young nieces and nephews. Nephews and nieces. I love you to pieces. Peace to the balls. What's up? Welcome to Giraffe Balls. Got the lighting a little different tonight because I got on this dark-ass suit. It's a plum-colored joint. I just came from working with DL at the Improv in lovely Brea, California. Which why African dude I am, suited and booted. 313-5150. What's up, so ENT? Next Saturday, 420. Yes, sir, you are right. And we will be doing something special for that. I haven't figured out what. What's up, Dixon Boys Film? Hip's daughter, what's going on, lady? Gator, what's cracking? Thank you, Cordell. What's up? W. Luckett, Chill Lion was cracking. Celeste, what's going on? Big E, what's going on? All right. Well, tonight we are going to get into this part of us all that Brother Nipsey's transition, in my opinion, has cracked open, which is the realization of, the fellowship with, and the journey into the deeper self. I'm going to get into that in a few, because the big homie, Daryl Mooney, and forgive me for the ad, the way I set it up on Facebook as an ad and on all my other social media. Shout out to Nyla Jones, who probably isn't in here yet. She usually comes later. She does all my stuff, and I told her Dwayne Mooney, because I always get them mixed up, because they're both my homies. I've known these brothers for decades. I madly respect them both, and we're going to get into the differences of philosophies that they have. We're going to knock that down. Once Daryl calls in, he's going to call in a little later. Man, my refrigerator sounds kind of loud. I wonder, is it open? I'm going to find some music first. How y'all been? What y'all doing? Yeah. And let me know which you prefer. Do you prefer this lighting, y'all, or the way I've been doing it with thank you. Yes, I dug the topic. But again, y'all put it up here. We're gonna get it cracking from the talk end about getting into one's deeper self and exactly what that means. And it's not something that I plan to be just throwing around.
Let's get started.
The truth that
So
sets
yeah,
you free.
we're gonna get started.
May
What
also
you're
tear your
hearing
life
right
apart.
now is some good UFC fights popped off tonight. Okay, we're gonna get into some of that too, because MMA and boxing was kind of what got me into sports and the martial arts anyway. Oh yeah, nigga, we finna get into nigga tonight. Oh, thank you, Celeste. Yes, and you know what? I want y'all to get used to seeing me like this, because I'm supposed to dress like your fucking uncle, because I'm in my uncle status. I'm in my mid-50s, and I'm not pretending I'm not. I don't understand niggas like that try to pretend that they something that they ain't, man. They ain't. I've never been that dude. I've never no. I'm gonna have to talk to it. What up, Onyx? Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing my thing tonight. You're bringing an excellent new jolt to the night, brother. Thank you, Luckett. Thank you, Brother Luckett. Don Terra, smooth fit, brother, on the Nation of Islam side of the game. How about it? I will take that as a compliment. I'm not rocking a bow tie tonight, but you will see that. Yes. More dressing like a goddamn grown-ass man. You're going to see a bunch of that. I apologize for tonight's show being late, but it was late because I had to come from Brea after doing a show that I did with DL. And shout out to Brother DL Hughley and the whole DL Hughley TV show family. KP Anderson, Charlie, Black J, Indian J, Kia, Jasmine, Morgan, Jannard, all the people in post that I don't have your names, everybody who make that machine move. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. We doing something. I might do an extra 20, Gator. We gonna see you, Jeff, smoking with a suit on. You goddamn right. As a matter of fact, let's get the show started. You gonna always see me smoke. You know, plus this suit got cigar smoke in it. What's up, Blowfly? You gonna see me smoke. This suit got cigar smoke in it because your man DL smokes cigars. So him and his boys smoke cigars. I don't smoke cigars. I'm a weed man myself. But yes, light your chalices. Man, I'm feeling your little stickers there, Gator. With the chick that blows ice. Where do I get that? Let me take my wallet out of my pants. Oh, thank you, Celeste. Yes, 65 was a fine year. And I am... I cannot, people. I cannot. I am not that dude. I have no interest in being that dude that the cat that pretends that he is anything other than a grown-ass man. Turn that down just a little bit. Dr. Sinister, peace and power to the balls. What's going on, baby? To the black balls. Peace and power to the black balls. I like that. It's in the emoji section in your keyboard. No, it ain't. I don't have an emoji section in my keyboard. Loving that best. Do you mean vest? But thank you if you mean vest. Thank you if you mean best. But yes. I'm going to start, you're going to see me on the show, I'm going to start wearing a lot of vests too. It's just time. I feel it on my spirit. It's time, especially with everything going on, for the goddamn grown-ass men amongst us to stand the fuck up. Oh, on my phone, he said, Gator. Oh, on your phone. Oh, it's in the thing on your phone. Okay, thank you, Gator. Dumbass. I swear to God, Gator. I was looking down at my keyboard on the dumbass. Anyway. Oh, loving that beat and the vest. Oh, that's hilarious. Thank you. This is a bunch of old tracks I strung together to play under the inappropriate hour. So I'm playing it now because I'm looking for the parts to another song that I want to play because I told y'all one of the things I do while I do giraffe balls is one, I'm advertising while I am archiving, where I let y'all hear what I'm doing. Tonight, oh yeah, we asking about strains? Tonight, citrus cookies. Citrus cookies, which I bought on April 8th. I stole your joke, by the way, on levels of grown manhood, okay? Are you a comedian? Green crack hash? Okay, you gotta put me up on that, Gator. Give me a link, give me something. You too, Brian. What is green crack hash? Peace to the balls. Blowfly to Dr. Sinister. All good, Unc. I wasn't clear. Okay. And Brian Jones, I see you on smoking green crack hash. Got to learn about that. Okay. Robert Williams, peace to the balls, brother. Peace to the balls. Don Terrace says, thanks for having such a high-level show. At night, it helps me get through this thing called life. Oh, my man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That beat playing sounds like an updated Wiz song. Can you feel a brand new day? Quincy would be proud. Okay. Something like that. Okay, thank you. That's big, because you know Quincy's in my Mount Rushmore of influences, easily. You know what? I'm trying to set this up so I'm not constantly looking up in the shot, because I see myself in the shot, and it sucks that I'm always looking up. So I'm trying to... Let me see. What if... No, I'm not going to bring the camera up higher. Let's see how that looks. I'm playing around with looks, everything right now, y'all. We are building this show. Spark One Prime is on some blueberry haze. Oh, shit. That's the phone, and I'm hoping it is who I think it is.
Press 1 to answer. Hang up to send call to voicemail.
Okay, here we go. Welcome to Giraffe Balls. Who this?
Mooney.
All right. Now it's about to get... I told you, Negroes, it is about to get started. Let me set him up. Ladies and gentlemen,
We must make the plans.
on my show tonight, the cat that is sharing space and is cool enough to share information with us tonight. Again, I don't run with no lightweight niggas. I just don't. This brother is a cornerstone veteran of West Coast comedy. Comedy royalty is in his bloodline. His bloodline is responsible for the way that black people who know how to tell jokes. His father is Paul Mooney. His accomplishments stand on their own, and you need to look this brother up. He about to light your fucking mind on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, my man, my brother, my friend, Mr. Daryl Mooney. What's going on, homie?
Hey, my brother, how you doing, man?
I'm well, brother. I'm well. let me thank you for last night, man. I mean, because we didn't plan that, y'all. We didn't even plan it. It's just what y'all are seeing with my talkative ass. Hold on a second, Daryl. You seeing what happens each and every time I get around either one of these Moonies or we get around other wise cats. Fire comes out. And I promise you, y'all, as y'all listen, you making a mistake if you don't have an ink pen and a piece of paper and you don't at least write down the time code or what time in this you hear shit that you need to go back to, because it's going to get real heavy in here. Now, at any rate, all that out the way, I'm already high. What's going on, Brother Daryl?
Shoot, I need to be high with you, but yeah, brother. One of the things I wanted to ask you from our conversation last night, have you heard, this is regarding the Nipsey piece, have you heard about Eric Holder saying he is ready to, his lawyer said that Eric is ready, this is the shooter who shot
Right.
Nipsey, that his lawyer said that Nipsey is ready to, not Nipsey, but Eric is ready to testify that the FBI had offered him $75,000 to take out Nipsey. Have you heard that?
I've heard words to the effect that he said the government made me do it. Mm-hmm. That's all. I didn't. Now the details you're giving out right now, I had not heard.
Okay. Now, I
what's
wanted
up?
to see if you knew of any truth to that. Have
No.
you also heard that Eric Holder's younger brother committed suicide?
No.
Have you heard that? Okay.
I had not. But here, I'm glad you brought those up. Let me speak on those right now. I am proud to say that I do not put anything past this government.
Mm-hmm.
I am proud to say that whenever there are mysterious circumstances around anything, the first place I look is the crooked motherfuckers in this government. I am proud to say I do not run away from the ridicule that other people like to give because of my skepticism for the people who purposely poison their own citizens to this day. I don't. What I don't get is how other motherfuckers ridicule us for thinking this way. As if we don't have any facts.
Well, if you look at this situation and you look at all the spirituality around it, you look at everything and how it went down, what was on camera, all that we saw.
Sure.
There's a video I'm gonna send you of a brother in the hood that took it. Now, I don't know how true it is, but I look at it the same way I look at TMZ or CNN. It could be truth or false. I don't know.
Sure.
But the brother's got a little hood brother's got a camera of a white dude walking 3 minutes to the shooter, gets out the car, walks to the shooter, whispers in his ear, and then gets back in his car, and 3 minutes later, the alleged shooter shoots Nipsey. Now, I don't know if it's the same guy. I don't know, because I can't see him up close. But this is what the brother from the hood is claiming, that he shot it on his cell phone. So very, very interesting things are coming, but it's all going to come out.
Well,
Just
you know what?
Just sit and be cool.
Right. It's going to all come out in the wash. It's going to all come out in the wash. But what the one red flag that pops up for me is this. If I ever come back to you, Mooney, and go, yeah, man, I was at this party, and so-and-so black comic. Dude, when I tell you this cat was ripping you all up and down your back, I'm telling you that's what happened. There are two questions that immediately should pop into your head. One, well, what did you say, Jeff, seeing as you and I have been friends for over 2 decades?
Right.
And two, what made that person comfortable enough to speak in front of you like that? Is it because they don't respect me or they don't respect you?
Yep.
This is what, when you tell me that this dude has a video of Shitty before he shoots Nipsey, my question is, what the fuck were you doing just happened to be videoing Shitty right before Nipsey?
Yep. How did you have the camera? And here's another piece. The whole snitch thing is not true.
Wow.
You know, saying he's a snitch, that's not proven. So they're saying the brother Country, I don't know if you've seen his friend Country who was working in the store.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 2 stories. First he told one story, then he told another, but the second story said that he never called him a snitch. Him and the dude was cool, okay? Him and the cat was cool. And something else is suspect, too. As soon as they put Nipsey in the grave, next day, they come and get the brother who was there with him, who just got out of jail, who Nipsey was getting clothes for. And they put the brother in jail back in jail, arrested him, put him in jail, because he was hanging around again with a gangbanger.
Yeah, that was supposedly he violated his parole.
He violated his parole. Correct.
Now, that
so they
brother...
put him, had no compassion. This
brother,
brother's getting him clothes.
If that does not tell you...
guns.
If that does not tell you... Here's what sickens me.
Ain't like he buying them crack cocaine. He buying them clothes.
No, brother, here's what sickens me about this.
Woo, that's cold-blooded.
Here's what sickens me about this.
Yeah.
The outcry that we have not heard from the black police officers and sheriffs.
Yeah.
Why would you
The outcry that we have not heard from black lawyers, from black judges. How it's not about what you don't do. It's about what you coons ain't saying. How do you just sit up and allow it and take the tacit stance that you do? I'm going to ask the cops. I am going to ask the police officer friends that I have. I'm going to call them out on this. Could you please explain to me why it is that you and other black officers have not come together on behalf of this brother who was just trying to get his life together, and that's why y'all put him back in the box?
Y'all
I'm gonna need the governor, bruh. I'm gonna need y'all, everybody here. We gonna find out. We gonna get to the bottom of this as people. Somebody owes us an explanation, not from our side, from the judicial side, as to why the letter and the spirit of the law are both possible to be used. Why is the letter of the law being adhered to for this brother right here? And I'm not talking about no Nipsey conspiracy. I am talking about, or whether you motherfuckers are complicit, and I believe that you very well may be. I don't have any proof, but if you ask me what I believe, as much as I used to believe in Santa Claus, I believe you motherfuckers had something to do with this. But we're not.
Big one.
Yes.
I got a big one.
We're not talking about that right now. We are talking about why it is that those of you on the other side of the line are not up in arms to get this brother out.
Yep. Yep.
Now go ahead. What were you saying?
Here's a big one. When have you ever, Jeff, when have you ever heard of somebody who's driving the getaway car get let go?
Ever. Whatever happened to the words accessory after the fact?
Have you ever heard, I mean, just because she said, I didn't know what he was doing, when have you ever heard somebody driving the getaway car
get away,
just get let go?
It's
just real,
the driver of the getaway,
just real strange.
Yes, the driver of the getaway car don't supposed to get away.
If I drive you down to a whole house and I let you in, you get back in the car, we both going to jail. If it's illegal.
Yes.
You see. So
and guess what?
Yeah.
If you was in there with one of them whores and strangled her to death, I get a piece of that too. If you robbed the whole house, I get a piece of that too.
So it's just strange. It's like, man, it's like they changing rules right in your face. It's like, okay, we just gonna change laws and don't give a fuck about what you think. We just gonna change it up because we gonna do it the way we want to do it. That's whoa, man.
Right.
And ain't nobody saying nothing.
And
about
nobody's
that.
saying anything, brother. Well, goddamn it, I am.
Sir.
Bruh,
Yes, sir.
we are.
Yes, sir.
Somebody here says, where is it? I had a really good, Dixon Boys Films. His brother says, did you hear the police disrespecting him and his family during the funeral?
I didn't hear about that. I got to look. I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
Put a link up, Dixon. Put a link up if you can. Yeah, because I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, I heard about that. But it was also on the other side, because you also have yin and yang. You had some police out there crying.
Oh, yeah. Well, brother, let me tell you something. I believe that there are some unconscious, well-meaning.
Thank you, Dixon Boys Films. They need her to be a witness. That's why they let her go. Okay.
They need her to be a witness.
Okay. Do they? That's what they do now. They let witnesses go. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't
know that. Okay. When you drive in the car, you're a witness now. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you didn't know. You get in my car, I don't know what you're doing. How does that happen?
Okay.
I mean, if you're going to kill somebody, Jeff, if you're going to kill somebody and you call me up and tell me to pick you up because you got to go someplace, I'm not feeling no kind of energy. I mean, you about to kill somebody. That means there's a presence of death in the car.
Yes.
I remember Dick Gregory used to tell me, he said, the reason why I don't carry guns and the reason why, because back in the day, Dick Gregory used to tell me they used to have guns. They used to be waiting on white folks with their guns. They had to poke the other brothers on the other corner with guns and all that. He said, but what he realized, when he put down the gun and started getting into the energy, he could smell a motherfucker a mile away when they got a gun on him. He said, because you got an odor on you. And said, and when you're ready to kill somebody, your odor gets so intense. He knew the CIA and FBI. He always knew they was there. He would call them out. He could smell them. Think so.
Wow.
When somebody gets in your car, if I get in your car, I say, Jeff, man, come pick me up, and I'm going to go shoot. Who
I'm finna go handle something.
I'm going to rob a bank, or I'm going to shoot. I'm going to do something real crazy. But kill somebody, you ain't going to feel that?
Brother Crazy got, what it sounds like, Brother Gregory, rest in peace, what he was saying is that evil got a fragrance.
Yep.
And what I find is that, and this is to my man Dixon, I got to ask how old you are. Because, oh, wait a minute. My boy P put up here, SB 1437 in California is what they will use for her. Accomplices to murder don't get charges.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah. That Kenneth Boyette raises a very interesting question. Where did she drive to immediately after Shitty got back in the car? Because Shitty didn't use a silencer.
Right.
He got back in there with a smoking gun, and she took off.
6 shots. No, it was more than 6 because he shot him 6 times. But did he shoot the others at all? None of them got. Did they get grazed or
I think
wounded?
I don't know if he actually aimed at or how that went down.
Okay. Okay.
I got
We
in.
just got to keep asking questions, man. We just got to keep asking questions.
Sure.
Because what that does is put the energy out there in the universe, and when you ask questions, you get answers. They're going to come from somewhere. Keep asking questions, and the universe has to respond. That's the law.
Yeah.
And if it was some nigger shit, okay, it was some nigger shit. All right, it was some degenerate shit. Okay, I can accept that. That happens all the time.
Right.
But like we said, you had 100,000 people out there in the streets, all together in the Staples Center and in the streets.
Sure.
And you had a 25-mile carpool going down into the hood, and then after it all, you only had one killing. That's a miracle, brother.
Well, brother, here's what is going on. We've got to learn as black people to grade ourselves fairly. Oftentimes, we don't.
Dixon, let me interrupt you for a second. Brother Dixon Boys Films. That's the exact thing I said. When you look at Brother Dixon, no, that was Brother Brian Jones said they wanted Nip out because him buying out the block slowed their gentrification process. I'm just saying. Brother, man, that's my thing because that's what I'm into.
That is exactly
in your community. So, people say the saving thing, and I give that love too. I mean, that's some extra. But when you're talking about buying the block and you're talking about what he was doing and the idea and the vision he had was putting together, can you imagine that motivating gangbangers and turning their money, like you said, like you said last night, like Joe Kennedy, about that liquor, that moonshine, and turn it over into legal money? Because that's what the mafia did. See, folks don't understand. The mafia, all them gangsters and all them thugs, them folks decided, hey, look, let's make this thing legit. Let's start buying the property, owning our neighborhoods, investing in businesses, and they started controlling things that was even connected to the government, and the government was hiring the mafia to do some shit.
Now,
that's what happened with the John F. Kennedy thing. So they became, because it's more gangsters in the White House than is in the streets. We have to understand what we see in the politics in our face. That's one thing, but there's a hidden government behind the government that controls what we see.
Oh, absolutely. Now,
and we got to understand that, and that's saying that we know that hidden hand exists. Why wouldn't it exist with Nipsey?
Well, here's it. All home run points. I think I want to mix something Sister Celeste said. They're just getting warmed up. More rituals coming soon. Nipsey's murder was a ritual.
Yep.
With the concept that they wanted Nip out because him buying out the block slowed their gentrification process.
Yep.
Brother Brian, that is exactly the corner I'm sliding my chips in.
Yep.
That if you dig far enough, you will find some good old Jack Nicholson, Chinatown, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Y'all go back and watch them movies. There are plenty of movies about how dark the creation of Los Angeles has been, and how black people who make major money moves here die. The owner of M&M's. There's a long list of them. Shout out to Brother DeJuan Brown, who on his podcast shot out a big list of black people who died making big moves here. I think that where we want the truth, the question is, if we were given it, what would we do with it? What
Teach on that.
What would you do if these motherfuckers came out and say, yeah, we the FBI and the CIA, the LAPD, the mayor's office, and the governor's office all colluded together. Oh, let's not forget the health system, because whoever the psychiatrist was or psychologist was in on this shit too. This psychologist, this cop, this mayor, all these people that were directly involved raised their hands and named themselves by name. Black people, you couldn't do shit. So this search for truth, how badly do you need it? That's my question. Whether Shitty did this on his own because he's a shitty individual, or whether Shitty did this at the hand of the shitty government. Either way, Nipsey's blood was spilled, but his spirit was spread. We need to deal with the spreading of his spirit over the spilling of his blood.
Yeah. That's big, because I've just put a chart up you see on my page of the financial investments that Nipsey was doing. And we have a total projected value of investments in the community from lifestyle ventures and technology ventures and crypto ventures that to the tune of a little over $200 million. You had people that he had assisted and hired and impacted about 41,369 people. You had 1.5 million. He made 1.5 million just as an independent artist. So he made more money off his investments than he did off his music industry. You see, so that means that he was using his music in order to gather up the troops. But his real victory lap is why he's getting so much love, because of his actual investment in the community. That's why you have the activists. That's why you have the politicians who got any kind of good in them, the preachers, and all the people, and then the common people of the community got so much love for him because of his energetic and financial impact in the community. Because right now, the number one piece is the economic piece. Because you see how the Democrats is using reparations now to try to get Trump, to try to get our black vote so they can get Trump out of there. Now they gonna bring up reparations after 300 fucking years. Now they want to talk about reparations. Reparations is about money and resources. This brother said, I'm gonna create my own reparations.
Sure.
Listen, I'm gonna create my own reparations, except it's reparations, and I'm gonna do my part in repairing the community. Now, can you imagine, Jeff, and the listeners, That was one brother. Can you imagine 1,000 Nipsey Hussles? How powerful that would be? That's what he was motivating.
Let's back up a little bit.
Let's
back up a little bit. To something that you said about needing our votes to oust Trump. Here's where I don't buy any of that shit, Mooney.
Right. Okay. I can dig it. It can be a game. Yeah.
The
distraction.
The real government that runs this government put Trump in place for one reason and one reason only. You want to destroy a beautiful velvet seat? Put a fucking monkey in it. They put the monkey in the seat to destroy it. America as a construct has outlived its usefulness. We don't make shit no more. We don't hardly grow shit no more. Ain't nobody buying our little funky ass cars. All we have is fear. We got motherfuckers scared we'll blow them up. And debt. We owe everybody. That's the truth. The only thing keeping the Chinese from rowing over here is 2 billion of them. If they came over here with bows and arrows and rowboats, if they came all together, our nukes wouldn't matter. These motherfuckers could still get us. That's how many of them there are.
Man, shit, them motherfucking Chinese is in Africa getting black women pregnant.
My God.
That's what they doing.
Another subject.
Ain't no more women in China. They out in Africa getting them some pussy.
Oh, that's hilarious. And getting them some land.
And getting them land, and them niggas and gave him all that for what was that? They gave him the rights to they sea to oceans for that.
In 100 years, Africa. If they don't,
what a fucking deal.
What a fucking deal. If Africa is not careful, in 100 years, all of it's gonna look like Tiger Woods.
Oh, yeah, that's all you gonna see. That's happening right now, brother. That's all you're going to see, new dishes, barbecue chow mein.
Oh, brother, man. Look here. You about to get you some Kung Pao spare ribs.
Yeah, you about to get you some you about to get you some fried rice for some plantains.
No, bro. Yeah, yes.
They about to mix all that up, brother.
They about to throw all this shit in there in a hodgepodge, man.
You gonna see, and see what they don't know. This is the deep part when they look at the origins. You know, out of the Kalahari Desert, the Coon tribe, little short. They call them pygmies, but they the Twa. White folks call them pygmies, but it's the Twa. That's the short people, right? The short people, Twa. One of the oldest, if not the oldest people on the planet, right? Out of the Kalahari Desert. Well, they're called the Coon. They got tight eyes, and they short. Coon. And when you look at Runoko Rashidi's book about his tracing in the history of the original Asians being black folks, Kung tribe, Kung Fu, Kung, K-U-N-G.
Oh, Kung.
Tribe.
Okay.
Kung Fu. You look at the highest level of spirituality in China, philosophy is called Satori. The highest spirituality in the Kung tribe is called Satori. Come on, man. Little short Asian tie-dyed folks. Come on, man. That's when them Europeans came down from that mountain and all them dark Asians, they came in and conquered and started fucking all them Asians, and that's how they lighten up. That's how it go, man. That's how it goes. Now they got to come back. The thing is, they got to come back to Africa. That's how this thing works. Just like with slavery, man. See, you can't win. You can't beat the universe. No matter what kind of darkness you do, you can't beat the universe. Look at all the pieces that happened when they kidnapped brothers and sisters from Africa, the Igbo, the Watusi, the Yorubians, all the different tribes that had never met each other, brother, that had never, didn't even know they existed. All of them had to come together. Think about it, Jeff. We are the children of all them tribes coming together. Oh, we got all of it. That's why the African in America is the deepest motherfucker on the planet.
Because not only did you bring all the tribes together, but over and over and over and over did you mix them and breathe out all of their weaknesses.
Yep.
The only thing keeping us weak is eating like them.
Yep.
And thinking like them.
Yep.
And working like them. And comparing ourselves to them.
Yep. 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 When you look at it, man, it's so deep, man. And when you look at on the spiritual see, I don't believe in mistakes. I don't believe in, I believe, people say, you didn't choose who you came here through, and I said, no, that's weak spirituality. I believe as spirits, we chose to be here at this time to make a difference on the planet. We chose to come in here at this time. Jeff, you chose your parents. I chose. The gleam they saw in each other's eyes was us. Okay,
wow.
we was hovering around that. We was hovering around that. Said, y'all, come on, I'm coming.
Right.
All right. We chose them parents. I chose Paul Mooney and my mama Tony Linyard. I chose to come through that to be who I am because I needed their DNA, because everything locked into their DNA is in my DNA, the good and the bad. And my job is to get rid of the negative and increase the positive. That's my work. Okay? Because we was born to win, but programmed to fail. Okay?
Right.
When the first 7 years, when you out the womb, and we got to talk about the 9 months when you in the womb, whoever is around in that area, how your mama's thinking, how the people are thinking, your spirit is hearing and taking all that in your mind, in your subconscious mind. In those first 7 years, everything that's said, everything that is taught at that time is coming at a fast rate into your consciousness.
Right.
So it's very important in that womb how you treat that woman, what she's surrounding her mental environment with, and then what when the baby comes out, what is being programmed into that baby when that baby is sleeping. Put affirmations on that baby. Bam, bam. They call it auto-suggestion. You are great. You are powerful. Mm-hmm. You are magnificent. So on and so forth. So it's deep, brother. And we chose to come in here to get all this information, ancient information, modern information, now information, to take it to another level.
Right.
That's what we were talking about yesterday. We talked about the avatar. People are always looking at somebody else being God, but even they give you the information in religious books that you get by the mythical stories. They give you information. What did Christ Jesus say? Ye are gods, and ye shall do greater things than me.
Wow.
Ye are gods, and ye shall do greater things than me. Hello.
Well, what I'm always, and that's something you just kind of touched on, is this is a fuck of a thing this white man has done to the mind of black people, in that they are so ready to give away everything beautiful about them. They have no problem just somehow making the beauty outside of you, making making God have to be this thing outside of you. I think if you stop looking to elevate yourself through other people's eyes and take the time to humble yourself even unto what it is your purpose is. If you humbled yourself to your purpose, you would be great. That's the problem. Most people don't want to humble themselves to their purpose.
Oh, man, brother, we got to, I want to go back to that, what you just said. Terrence Young, by killing Nipsey, the government tried to put fear in us not to build our neighborhoods. We're going to deal with that fear thing. We're going to deal with that fear thing. Absolutely powerful. Hip's sister, Hip's daughter, God is you. Absolutely, my sister. Absolutely.
Sure.
Brother, the purpose piece. Come on now, brother. Now we talking about some transformation. Okay. Because fear and God cannot occupy the same place.
Not at all.
All right? Okay? Once you move, when they say feel the fear and do it anyway, that means you've overcome yourself. That's why I said less talk about white supremacy and more talk about
self-supremacy. Because whites, here is what white supremacy. Eritrean.
That's a funny thing. I got a story on that. You got to hear this, and I want to get back to what you're talking about, the purpose. Here you go, Jeff. I'm at an Eritrean restaurant, me and my brother performing, right? And we look like we could be Eritrean, right? So the whole time I'm in the club, man, we in the club, we performing, and the whole time before we go up, they saying Eritrean. I'm like, no. I'm like, yes. No, that's what I'm saying. Yes. Because I didn't know what an Eritrean was. I thought they was all Ethiopian, right? They like Bloods and Crips. The Ethiopians and Eritreans fighting each other like Bloods and Crips. They the same people. So we go up on stage, and then we get off, and then I find out they're Eritreans, and I kept saying, yes, because I thought they were saying, are you twins?
Oh, wow. Wow, you thought they was fucking that up, and they trying to figure out, and you could have been either one. That's a trip. Now, what I was saying was...
purpose.
Yes, with regard to white supremacy.
Yep.
White supremacy was used by white people to be feared, to be obeyed as a guideline. When your mind is awake, all white supremacy is to be recognized. That's it. It's not to be feared. It's not to be followed as a guideline.
Yep.
It is not to be a discouragement or a deterrent. It is to be recognized, and recognized on every level, as low down and as microscopic as you can see it.
And you're absolutely correct, but you got to be very careful about that word, because if I say, every time I say white supremacy, I got to say black supremacy at least 10 times. And I'm going to say black supremacy, 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 to cancel that in my subconscious mind, because my subconscious mind doesn't know the root of it. All my subconscious mind hears is WS. It just hears that word, and then so what it says to me is, in my subconscious mind is saying, white folks are supreme. That's what my subconscious mind is saying. So I've got to I've got to like conquer that. That's why I say we got to focus more on self-supremacy. Stop focusing on them. I mean, know what they're doing, but put less time on them and more time on what we are doing. That's why I say we need 1,000 Nipsey Hussles doing the damn thing and focusing on building the community. And if your purpose, whatever you are doing, whatever your purpose is, whether it is to do comedy, whether it is to sing, whether it is to dance, whether it is to be an entrepreneur, a politician, whatever it may be, it's got to have an aspect to it that's empowering and uplifting your community. Empowering and uplifting your community. You have a responsibility to help change the vibration and the conditions of our community, even if that's just being positive towards your brothers and sisters. You know, so you got to do your part because it's all energy. And what we let this cracker do, we let this cracker control our brains, because now it's more mental control than anything else. And that mental control goes into controlling our emotions, right? Because if they control our mind, they control our emotions, and our emotions is where the power is. Because when you start putting your emotions on creating your purpose, that's when you start manifesting.
Right.
You see.
And
That's
if I
when
can,
you start attracting, you see.
if I can tie your emotions up with other nonsense, then they cannot do, because your emotions are tools. Please, nephews and nieces, understand. Your emotions are tools to be used by you.
And they know it.
The oppressor knows that emotion can be used. When you watch movies tell stories. They tell stories, and the reason that the answers are in these movies are because the answers are all any stories can be about. I don't care if I tell you a story about me going downstairs to get a glass of water and coming back up here to sit down. The base elements of the earth are represented in any story you tell. So there's no way to get around you, the truth, and still tell an interesting story that'll make people watch for 120 minutes. Yes. There's no way around it. And I say that to say that you have got to learn that on a spiritual level, on a vibrational level, that's why the media has gone out of its way for decades to poo-poo off people who use sage and crystals and meditation. The reason they have made that they make voodoo evil, the reason that they do these things is because they, in fact, are well aware of how effective shit is on a vibrational level. So not only are we going to fuck up your vibrations as a mass public, we going to tell you this shit ain't shit.
Yep. I like that, Kenneth. Emotion equal E plus motion equal energy plus motion plus kinetic energy equal kinetic energy.
That's
dope. Absolutely. And you're absolutely on point, brother. What they do, man, they know how to. That's why they put the Facebook. That's why they put the different things out there, the different advertising, the different news out there. Because if they can direct your emotions, that means they can distract you from using your emotions to empower your life.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
See, like you just said, I can use my emotions with a movie, right? I'm watching the movie with my emotions. What if I use those emotions to create my reality by using mind movies in my mind to create the reality that I want to create?
Say that again. Hit me with that one more time.
What if I like we go to in the movies, they take all our senses, right? Sounds, the hearing, the seeing, the visual. They impact us with the energy of the movie, so we feel it. So they get us vocally, auditorily, visually, auditorily, which is vocally, and kinesthetically, which is feeling. So they click us in all those levels, and we get into it. That movie is like real right now. Well, what if we can sit ourselves in our quiet time, in our visualization, and we sit down in our mind movie theater, and we watch on that big screen, and we create our life of that which we want? What happens, right? Let's say you want to be a great comedian, and you see that vision of being a great comedian on that screen, the magnificent audiences. I mean, I know that's what Kevin Hart saw. So you see all that, you see that, and you visualize it, and you see, then you start attracting it in your life. That's the magic, brother, and that can happen with anything.
Wow.
Okay, in your community, that's what Nipsey saw. He put a vision out there. You see a community. I mean, if everybody who's listening right now, then they just visualize and saw our community empowered, our community thriving, we creating our community, us controlling our community, luckily black families, black men and strong black men, beautiful black women, beautiful, strong children, and saw our communities with our educational systems, our systems that we create, that we control. If you can see that, the resurrection of our people
starts right then.
Starts.
And my man Dixon brings it up again. The problem is that we think we can build a world. Inside the world, they control. Now, I think
that's a good.
I feel him, but I think the reverse, brother. The problem is that we think we cannot build a world inside the world they control.
Thank you.
Because the Asians have done it.
Thank you.
The Arabs have done it.
Thank you.
Okay? And we've been enslaved. The Japanese have been fucking nuked. Think about that for a second.
I like Hip's daughter, man. Hip's daughter is like...
Oh, bruh, she comes with it. We should take time to meditate, to manifest our dreams into reality. Let me explain something to you people. There is nothing you can experience that is physical outside of yourself. There is, I know I love his name. There is nothing outside of yourself in the physical realm that you can experience that did not start in the mind. Nothing. Think of something.
Yeah.
Think of something. Try it outside of yourself that you can experience. It all started with somebody thinking of some shit.
Yeah.
And you have to realize that that thought is more real than the thing. Because whether the thing manifests itself or not, the thought is still there.
Right.
The thing, a thought is just as real.
Yeah.
That's why you have to guard your thoughts.
Right.
You must guard them from what comes into them and guard them from what comes out.
Right.
Sometimes the best thought you can guard is the one you don't fucking share.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have learned this the hard way, brother. I've had, everybody gonna know very soon that there have been movies stolen from me.
I believe it.
And I'm gonna take these motherfuckers to task in short order. And it is because I shared my thoughts when I should not have. I should have protected them first. Because my thoughts are real. Someone else took my thoughts and turned them into a reality that they would not have were it not for my thoughts. Your thoughts are things, people. Why do you think people go so far out of their way to control what you think? You have got to take the time to and yeah, now we getting into the lane. Now we getting into the lane.
Get up early. Get up early. 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, when everybody else is asleep. You know, in Asia they call 4 o'clock the hour of the tiger. So get up, and when that energy is powerful, and just be still, and let that energy just flood you, and make your thoughts one with the thoughts of the Creator, because you are the Creator. See, here's a question for you, Brother Jeff. If you take a drop and you take it out the ocean, it's a drop on the ground and it disperses and disappears, correct?
Correct.
You put that drop in the ocean and it becomes the ocean. You're the drop, and when you meditate, that drop becomes one with the ocean.
Wow.
Okay? And then you get that flood of that light and that energy, and then the Creator starts talking to you, and telling you what to do, telling you this is what I want you to do, this is what's going on, this is what's happening. Well, open up your third eye and open up your third ear so you can hear, so you can see. And then you use that energy and you start creating your reality. And then you've got the power of the Creator behind you. And then you locked into your purpose. And that's when you become unstoppable. Wow.
Well, on that subject, brother, I'm glad that you brought it up. Are you, and just to, I'm just going to ask, because it will guide the rest of my question. How deep into meditation are you? Like,
I'm at the point where I'm meditating 24/7, man. I'm meditating right now.
Okay. Then you are the perfect cat for me to ask this, because I am, again, bruh, I defer. I think one of the earmarks of my wisdom is knowing when to defer to wiser counsel. And on a number of subjects, I respect the depth that you and your brother are into subjects, and I'm going to ask you about that too, the difference between them. I want you to critique what I'm doing as a meditation practice. Okay? I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to share, and I think it's a great thing to share, because if it's wrong or if you have a difference in opinion, we can share this with our people who need to be doing exactly this. I meditate, and I try to get 30 minutes a day, 3 to 4 days a week of this meditation, where I will sit still. I will focus on a point on the wall, or I will close my eyes, and I breathe in 12 breaths in and out, and I count my breaths. When I get to the 13th breath, I pull in very strong, hold it, and let go. And I do that 4 times, as in 13, 26, 39, and then to 52, as in 4 sets of 13. Then I hold my breath, and over, I say these things to myself as long as I can hold my breath, in this order. positivity, creativity, organization, proactivity, follow through, abundance. And I say those things because I think all things start with positivity. For me, the next thing after positivity is creativity. After I tap into my creativity, I need to organize it. Once I have organized it, it ain't worth a shit if I'm not proactive about it. Getting on the phone, getting to the people, getting it out to where it needs to be. And that doesn't count unless I follow through with it entirely. And if I do all of that, I will fall ass backwards over into abundance. So I say that in order. Now, I hold my breath as long as I can. And then I let my breath loose and I say in my mind, I now release the following. And they are all the reverse of the things I had chanted inside to myself. Negativity, block, chaos, stagnation, procrastination, and lack all leave my being. And I do that over and over to try to fill up as much of 30 minutes with it as possible. Now, it sounds cute, but a lot of times I can't get past the goddamn counting because I got all these voices going on in my head. But what in your thoughts with regard to meditation and what you know does that?
Yeah. Well, there's a few things on that. What you're doing, first of all, I want to say that's powerful. You've created a beautiful system for yourself to tune you into your power and your love and your creativity and your prosperity. Organization begets manifestation. Organization begets manifestation.
Sure.
So you put together a piece that works for you. There's 1,000 different ways to meditate.
Yes. Get into that, brother. Get into that.
What you're doing is great. One of the most simplest ways to meditate is to, well, first of all, you when you said you hold your breath, what you're doing is what they call pranayama. You're doing breath retention. Okay?
Wow.
You breathe in, you're filling yourself up with the energy, because that energy, see, not only the breath, the breath is one thing, but there's a subtle energy within the breath that's called prana. Or they call it chi in China. They call it prana, okay? They call it mana in Hawaii. It's called chi. It's the spirit that's within the breath. So when you inhale and you hold it, you are energizing yourself, right? And then when you say you breathe out, you're breathing out the negativity, or you're breathing out the negativity. You're breathing it out of you, and you're breathing in that life force. So that's along with the breath. So that's very, very, very powerful what you're doing there and everything that you do. But one of the things that the most simplest thing that people can do to meditate is your own body. You sit up straight or you sit down straight. In a cross leg, or you sit on a chair with your feet on the ground, with your back straight, with your tongue at the top of your mouth. Right at the top of your mouth, because when that tongue is at the top of your mouth, what happens, you create the meridian centers, or the energetic flow from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. You connect that energy circulation in your body. So now, when you breathe, there's 1,000 different ways to breathe. Breath of fire, there's the retention, there's the nostril breathing, there's a lot of different ways to breathe. But the thing you want to do, like they say in the Bible, it says, be still and know that I am God. All that's meditation. You be still, right? So the great way to be still is your navel. They call it navel gazing. That means you close your eyes and you relax. You do a few breaths, conscious breathing, and then you allow your breath to breathe on its own, and you watch your navel from your inner gaze just go up, down, in and out, and just watch your navel and relax at your navel. Watch your navel go in and out. And that's called navel gazing. And
That's for bro. That's for people that's in shape.
that will bring you into stillness very quickly. And in the stillness is where the power is. And then out of that stillness, and when you start doing your work, the things that you were talking about, your visualization, your affirmation, and one of the most and then after you finish all that, go back to stillness. Go back to stillness. Always finish going back to centering yourself, because that's where the power is. But what's very important, and then you have movement meditation, you have yoga, you have Tai Chi, you have walking, you have running. Athletics can be a meditation. So you start carrying that meditation over to you in life. So there is really no wrong way to meditate. And there's a wrong way. You can breathe fucked up. You can, you can do all kind of crazy shit. But there's a lot of ways. You just got to fit what works with you. You can count breaths, right? And when you forget where you're at, you can start all over again.
Yes.
There's a lot of things you can do to trick yourself in the stillness. But what I wanted to say, they found out that when you write down your goals, when you write down your visions, and you write down what you want, using the I am and the I have. And that word I am, we got to understand, in the Bible it says, I am that I am, right? That's the same thing in India, in the East, as Om. I am and Om is the same sound. And out of Africa, it's Amma, Amma, because when you say and you open your mouth, the God in one of the original people of the planet with the Dogon, the God's name is Amma, which means father, mother. That's the I am. So the I am is a universal code. I am, Amma, Om. It's all the same vibration. So Amen, 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 Amen comes from Amen Ra or Amen Re out of Kemet.
Right.
Okay, they just took the Ra and the Re off and kept the Amen. But you also have Amen, means the darkness, okay, or the invisible one in Kemet. So it's all like somebody said on the chat room, there's nothing new under the sun. There isn't, but what they tried to make us do is forget. To forget, the programming you to forget. But like we talked about last night with woo-wee and the so-hum, it's already in you. It's in you. You just have to remember who and what you are, because it's still there. They can't get rid of it. They can reprogram you.
They can play with it.
You can play with it, but you got to deprogram yourself and reprogram yourself to who you are, because you have that power. But they want to make you think you don't have that power. You have that power. You have so much power, Jeff, that the Creator will tell you when it's time for you to go. Just like the Creator said, okay, it's time. Okay, Nipsey, you did your work, because I need you over here so you can blast what you said in the beginning. He can blast the energy, make it way bigger and better than him as one person could have ever been, because now his energy is free.
Yes, and I'm gonna push that. I'm gonna push that even further, Brother Mooney, with regard to Nipsey.
Teach on it.
Not only, and this is why, in order to understand this and reach a higher consciousness, you must not we put way too much emphasis on life in the flesh. When you see yourself as an eternal being, and that you are not a physical being having a spiritual experience, that you are a spiritual being having a physical experience. When you do that, this here becomes much easier to take and becomes the piece of. I watched Nipsey's mother, brother.
Yep.
Heavy, powerful stuff, and beautiful woman, just beautiful to look at.
I know people be talking about people be talking about London. I say that's hell. Us old folks be talking about the mama.
That mama, ooh wee. and the thing about Nipsey's mama is, and no disrespect to Nipsey's pops,
Right.
but with a queen like that, you don't just lay down with beauty. You lay down with wisdom. You lay down with support. You lay down with personal awareness and strength.
Yep.
That's a whole different package. But at any rate, now you're talking about some other shit. But to get back to what I was saying, you stop looking at life in the flesh the same, and this becomes less crazy to you, that God would require, the universe would require, because of what blood sacrifice means, that I need you to show maturity and wisdom beyond your years, so that the shedding of blood and the energy that I gave you can be more miraculous.
That's right.
I have to take you away from here before you are wise enough to think this on your own.
Because it's so
the
many
wisdom,
people
brother, the wisdom that Nipsey used, operated under and through, was wisdom that a motherfucker at 60 supposed to have.
Yep.
So if Nipsey made it to 60, well, it would be far less a big deal than for you to see this wisdom, the wisdom of the ages, crammed into 33 years. There's something about 33 that my dumb ass don't know, but I firmly believe that on a cosmic level, this happened with Nipsey the way it was supposed to, and that is the piece his mother operates in.
Yeah. You know the three master numbers in numerology?
No, bro. I really want to bust them with that, man. Let's talk about numerology for a minute.
Okay, the three. You know, the universe is mathematics. Right?
Oh, absolutely. I say that's the way if you're gonna speak to God, you better know how to add.
So everybody has a number. If they add up their birth date, it equals to a date, right? Like, let's say your
Let's do
month,
me. Let's do me.
Your month, right? You know, like
let's do me right now.
Get a pen. You got a pen?
Sit tight. I will.
Get a pencil, a pen.
Okay, I got something to write with,
let's do your number.
And I got something to write on. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Put down your date, your birth, your date, your whole date. I mean, like, let's say it's 05, like mine,
0520
1958.
Okay, 05201965.
So so what you're gonna do is write it all down, but you're gonna do 0 plus, boom, plus. You're gonna put a plus, like I'm born in May, so it's 5. That's the
so I'll put plus, put
5. I'm 22, born on the 22nd, so that's 5 plus 2 plus 2.
Okay.
1958 plus 1 plus 9.
So plus is between 5, each number.
Plus 8. Then tell me what it equals to.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you the science.
Okay.
Real simple. It's one of the simplest things. It's easier than astrology.
28.
Okay. Now add that together. 2 and 8 is what?
10.
So 1 plus 0 is what?
1.
You're a 1.
Okay.
Because numerology only goes to 9, 1 to 9.
Okay.
Okay, it has no 0. So you're a 1.
Okay.
Now, what we got to do is look up what 1 means. Now, I'm a 5. Now, what that means, what the master numbers means is this. There's 3 master numbers. That's 11, 22, and 33.
Okay.
Those are the 3 master numbers. And what does that mean? I have a master number because I'm born on the 22nd, right? So whatever your number is, like I'm a 5, so since I have a master number there, the 22, if you have an 11 or 22 or 33 within your piece, that means, like it could all add up to 33, right? That would be, and that would be a 6. But the 33 there's a master number in there somewhere.
It's represented somewhere in there.
It's somewhere, exactly. So that empowers your regular number. That means at the time you was born, there was some extra energy there.
Right.
Right? Because you got a master number on it. There was some extra energy there that was happening at that moment when you came through. So that means your thing is going to be more intense than the person who does not have a master number. Okay? So when somebody, like, that's why they use 33 for Jesus, for different spiritual things. You got, when people say, when you see master numbers, all the 11, 22, you see them pop up everywhere in your life. Those are signs and symbols that you're in the right place at the right time. Because you got to learn how to read the symbols in your life, and you do that when you meditate, and you can see the symbols. They're always there,
right?
But most people don't see them. Okay, they don't see them. So that master number. So you're 1. That's what we got to do. I got to find out. So keep talking, man, and I'm going to find so I can come up with your. I can find your stuff. I'm looking for your number right now, so I can read it to you.
And this is a blessing for me, brother, because I have wanted to get into numerology for a minute. Let me stop this music real quick. Somebody, let me see. We'll get back up here.
Okay.
Gator the Juice. Our people have to understand dependable existence. I like that, Dixon. This track. The name of this track is called Park Bench. And y'all know all my tracks are for sale. Celeste Hill says crystal quartz and celeste are excellent crystals to aid you in your meditation, Jeff. Okay.
Yes.
Now, where would I get something like that?
Crystals?
Yeah.
Where do you live, brother?
I'm in Pasadena.
Pasadena. There's a few shops out there. Look up, I can't remember. Just look up New Age store or crystals, and you'll find a shop that has crystals. They sell crystals everywhere. A lot in Santa Monica. A lot. There's some spots in.
Okay, now I want some authentic shit.
Burbank. You're talking about some real crystals,
right? I don't want no niggas selling me no acrylic.
No. Crystals, man, they got.
Nigga done sell me some shit they done broke up at a fucking rock quarry.
Oh, man, when you see the crystal, you know it's a crystal. It's a whole different vibration on them, man.
Okay.
Okay, find your life path number. Okay. Number 1. Nothing here. All right. 1 through 9. So the meaning of number 1. All right, here we go.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Your Uncle Jeff is about to get read.
Here we go. Let's see if this makes sense to you. I love tarot cards too, man.
I'd love to get into that.
I would read your ass. We got to get together one day.
Yeah, bruh.
And I will put a reading on you. See, this shit was what folks was doing long before they even came up with a goddamn holy book.
Oh, yeah. And taught you that all of this was evil witchcraft.
Yeah, but this was the shit, the real stuff, because it was feminine, meaning it was in the feminine realm, and the feminine realm is a spiritual realm. And what these men did, because who wrote the Bible? Ain't it all men?
Brother,
our holy books. Men, ain't nothing but men.
I love to say this. I love to say that, yes, one, you only get half the story.
Yeah, half the story.
The other deal is that
we got it.
Do you
know?
Got it.
Does this make sense to you, brother?
Yeah, I need to make this point.
Okay, go on. I got it. I got the information.
Cool. Do you know why the God in the Bible sounds like a warmongering, racist, misogynistic, lunatic? Yeah. It is because the Bible was put together by warmongering, misogynistic, racist lunatics. It's that simple.
We are not in God. We are not in God's image, but God is in our image.
Thank you. Come on, man. we gotta keep hitting them like this. Now, what'd you find?
Okay, here we go. Number 1, brother. Remember, there's 9 numbers. Number 1 represents primal force. All right, primal force.
Okay.
Now, here's the positive characteristics. Individuals and independent, showing leadership and drive. The one is masculine, focused, an originator and self-starter. It is also progressive, strong-willed, courageous, self-reliant, and rebellious in a constructive way.
Wow, that does that. Wow.
That sound like you?
Bro, that's shit.
Huh?
Shit.
Now here's your negative characteristics. Can be stubborn, selfish, weak, undisciplined, or pariah. That just means a fucked up leader.
Oh yeah. Let's go back.
That's the simple shit. We can go deeper in it, but so you see where it goes, and all the numbers. Now you will see number 1s. If you come across number 1 people, they will all have that same kind of piece going on.
Right.
All right.
Right.
And it never lies. It'd be right on. You'd be like, what? Because that's the universe.
Right. It can't lie.
It's mathematics. And that's what they want to keep you away from. They want to keep you away from the astrology. I mean, the real astrology. I ain't talking about that shit you read in the newspaper. I'm talking about the real shit. And they want you to, they don't want you to know astrology and numerology and spirit. They want to get you locked up into that Bible and those holy books because that limits the capacity and understanding of the universe. Because it's not about following no individual. I mean, you can be inspired. Don't get me wrong. You can get inspired. But you have the same thing that the people your Savior has. You're your own goddamn Savior. You got the same thing Nipsey had in him. You got the same thing.
Right, but you know what? That's the. If I teach you that, here's the problem. I can't get you to come back next Sunday.
Yeah.
How does that equal airplane gas?
Yeah. And folks, you can go and enjoy all of that. You can enjoy all. You can go to temples, churches, meditation. All. You can go and enjoy the energy, enjoy the fellowship, and all that. But it comes down to you, the walking holy book. It's about you. You, the book. All the mysteries are in you. When you realize who you are, get up early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Just be quiet. Just be quiet and listen. Listen. There's more information there than there is anywhere else. It's called the sixth sense. The sixth sense. You get into that piece right there, oh my God. You'll go to a whole nother level of consciousness. And that's when you were talking about, and you said something earlier that I got to speak on. Absolutely, we are eternal beings. I always say you is forever. You have forever to get it, Jeff. So when is now the best time to wake up? I'm going to repeat that. When is now the best time to wake up?
Wow. Now.
Because all we got is now.
now.
Tomorrow is now. Yesterday's now. The next moment going to be now. When is now the best time to wake up? When you get out this body and you come back, it's always going to be now.
Well,
and you have forever to get it.
Right. As in once upon a time, call now.
Yeah.
What I like to tell people, the way I make people understand, and there's a book by Eckhart Tolle called The Power of Now.
Yeah.
It is. I need to read. It's one of them books. Them first 50 pages is gonna fuck you up to where.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to go.
I've read all his books. The Earth book, the Power of Now. When Dick Gregory got his cancer, we were studying his the little book he has, The Practice of the Power of Now, and we would go a group of us, me, Dick, Mark Galato. It was the three of us, and that's what we were studying. We was going back and forth on that now. And do you know the story of when Russell Simmons met Eckhart Tolle?
No. I want to get to that in a second. Hold that. After reading The Power of Now, which is time for me to give it another read, I came to this conclusion, and I'll just use myself as a shortcut. My favorite birthday as a kid was my 9th. I remember this because my mother and my auntie got me hooked on it, and to this day it is my favorite cake. Plain old Duncan Hines yellow cake with chocolate icing. I no longer eat it because I am off of dairy, but that's my shit as a cake. I remember my 9th birthday. I had a yellow cake with chocolate icing. All my friends were around. And I had 9 Hot Wheels. I loved Hot Wheels. On top of the cake. And 9 candles. I remember that I was wearing a sunburst striped Don't Front Niggas, that was the shit in the early 70s, tank top with some brown bell bottoms. I remember that. I remember the picture of me being taken from the point of view from the patio into the dining room table. I remember that I lived in Overland Park, Kansas. I remember the parking lot where my stepfather used to park his car. All of that I remember on that day. Do you know what I can't remember is what I had for breakfast 2 days before that or 2 days after that. Which means only the parts of my past that I energize exist. Your past no longer exists. That shit back there in the past, the only way it works is if you give it energy. Because all you have is right now. You don't have the past. It's gone. You don't have the future. It ain't here yet. All you have is an infinitely close selection. Razor-thin sections. An infinite number of razor-thin sections per second of right now.
You know, the old saying, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why they call it the present.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you're right on it, man.
Man, and brother, as we bring this one to a close, hey, I absolutely thank you, bro, for coming on. And we can make this as regular a thing as possible that works for you.
Yep.
To where you can come on and chop it up. You know you always
now,
welcome.
What are you on? Are you on every night or are you on?
No.
When you on?
I'm on Fridays and Saturdays at 11.
Okay.
For right now, I don't know.
I wanna invite you somewhere, and your listeners, especially the ones who are in LA, on because we're continuing to work. I've been doing and training our people, and for the last 5 years of kind of lesson on the comedy and really focused on economics and teaching black folks and all folks, but my primary, specifically black folks in general, all folks, because like I said, we are black owned, but not black only. And we are black controlled and black owned, and I've been able to hook up with some brothers and sisters, some masters of economics, a millionaire brother, conscious brother, and I'm one of the leaders. It's me, leaders in the organization. We call them MAVET, Mind, Vision, Energy, and Technology. And what we do is we teach people how to become their own bank by way of the banks. There's a brother in here who said economics is not going to do nothing. I said, yeah, being broke ain't going to do a damn thing. But economics, wars are funded. War costs money. Anything you do costs money. Revolutions cost money.
Well,
anything you do costs money. And what we're doing is teaching our people how to get this money from the banks and create their own bank by way of the banks. I'm talking about anywhere from $25,000 to $2 million over time, and then be able to use that money and teach them how to invest, buy the block, invest in the stock market, forex market, so on and so forth, where they can build wealth and teach the children. Teach the children not be workers, but be producers, investors, and owners. Because when you own your community, you control your community.
Right.
One of the fears that black folks have in their DNA of Black Wall Street and the over 80 townships that were destroyed that black folks created because white folks came and shot them or ran them out. Well, you know, what you do is you build it again and don't stop building. Keep building, keep building, keep building, keep building, keep building. And then you build it and you protect it. Okay?
Well,
and
let me hop in there, man. Let me hop in there real quick. Because you didn't piss me off, damn it, Mooney. I was trying to get off the goddamn phone, get off the show, and you cracked this dope shit open. One, I think our people need to learn to change our relationship with money.
Yeah.
And what we see
money
it
is
as.
the root of all good.
Yes. That's one. I like to say that money is nothing more than a proper measure of intelligent decision in a straight line for a protracted period of time. Meaning, if you have $10, you did something that made sense over a protracted period of time that equal $10. If you make $10 an hour, then you made sense somewhere for 60 minutes and you got that $10. That's all money is. It's privilege. It is not power. It is a unit of measurement that we agree. $1 is too much money to pay for 2 grains of sand, but not enough to buy Venice Beach. That's an agreement. We need to learn how to use that agreement to our favor and stop with this bullshit of thinking that money is something to bring joy, to bring, no, joy is the wrong word, to bring self-value, to exalt oneself over others with. It ain't none of that shit. It's simply something you use to change your reality. And until we see it like that, we're going to have people struggling with it. You there, brother? Did we lose you?
Yeah, no. So say that again. Say that last part you said.
I said until we understand that money is just something you use to change your reality.
Yes.
And nothing more.
It's a tool.
It's a tool like any other.
It's a tool. It's not the money. It's who's behind, whose hand is the money in.
Yes.
It's like, what are you doing with it? Are you building? Are you growing it? Are you making life better for you and your people? That's what the game about is. But they've taught you to be afraid of money. They done told you the money is the root of all evil. They done told you all this bullshit about the money. But right there in the Bible, it even says money is the answer to all things. Okay?
Well,
so it's like you got to understand it's a tool, and there's a way to create money right out of the universe, and it starts with your mind and hopping into the frequency. And when we talk next time, I'm going to break down the science of vision, frequency, vibration, will, desire, action, and manifestation.
My man.
When you understand how that works, and you grow in that, life is on a whole nother level, brother.
Wow.
This piece, why I called you up, why I'm even on this show, was because the Creator said, call Jeff.
Thank you, brother. Well, what I tend to believe, man, is that this shit that I'm doing really, really somewhere, it's youngsters that need this shit. And it's my way of giving back because I had, what's up, Big Screeds? My man Clint Sands in the room. My firm belief is that my generation is a big cause of why we are where we are. Because we the ones that smoked the dope, we sold the dope, we went to jail. These things happened to us, and many of us made conscious choices that made no fucking sense. But not even them. The activist that I like to think I am now, at 54, where the fuck was that at 24? Like when Dr. King was getting down. I dropped the ball. And I'm sorry. And that's the way I always address young people before I start saying anything.
Right.
Is that before I can come at you from a place that your music ain't shit and you ain't shit and you ain't this and you ain't that, I got to come from this place. I fucked up first, and I need you to help me fix this for the people who come after you. And I happen to have some wisdom from a time before I dropped the ball that I want to share with you. That's the only way I come at young people, man. And when I do, I find that they are much more receptive to the shit I have to say. And I wind up learning shit. Again, that's how I fucked up with Nipsey. That's why I don't know his music. Because I wrote him off. And that was a mistake. I didn't get into Nipsey until a few months ago when I saw him on The Breakfast Club. And I was blown the fuck away. Blown away. So I think it's important that as we take this journey to inner self, and like I said, bruh, thank you so much for coming on the show. We're going to figure out so we can push toward it like I did. Shout out to Don Moore and Naila Jones, the ladies who are whose companies are kicking ass with my social media right now. We can push and make a big deal out of the next time you're going to be on, and we can really get that shit cracking proper. Let's talk sometime this coming week, bruh, and set that up.
Yeah, and I want everybody to go to my landing page, www.mooneybusinessandbank.com, because April 26th and April 27th, we're in Culver City at the Doubletree Hotel. Me and my organization doing a 2-day presentation on getting this money. So Friday night is free, Saturday is $99. You can go to www.breakthrough2019. That's breakthrough2019.info. Breakthrough2019.info. Look at the presentation, register. You can come on free Friday if you're here in the Los Angeles area in Culver City. Breakthrough2019.info, and my landing page, mooneybusinessandbank.com. You can watch the video, leave your information. You want to learn how to get this money. We can get you up to a 700 credit score. We can clean up and build your credit if you're already at a 700. We've got 3 different funding sources. We got the 660 program for workers. We got the 700 program, and we got the PPM program that gives you a whole new 9-digit number that does not affect your personal Social Security number. And we can get you money, brother. I got my first $55,000 worth of funding. I'm in the $25,000 program. But we can put this piece together where we can get funding and financed every 6 months. Thousands, I'm talking about thousands of dollars, and we can use that money and invest in resurrect our own lives and resurrect the community, and use that money for whatever we want to, for entertainers, producing, whatever they want to do. I mean, take that bank's money. It's the white boys' money. Get it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I think this is
what the
where
wealthy do. Donald Trump used banks' money. Wealthy people don't use their money. That's what they mean by using other people's money. They talking about the banks. You don't want to owe your cousin no money. Owe them banks.
Well,
there's a difference between good credit and bad credit, but we can talk about that next week.
Yeah, we've
been programmed to tear up credit cards. Use that credit and take that money and make your money make their money make money for you. If you making $500 off a $5,000 investment a month, you're making $500 off your investment every month. All you got to do is pay back everywhere for $30 to $50 a month on that. If you're making $500, that means you're making $450 profit off their money. That's the fastest way to build wealth, man.
Well, see, that's the thing, man. Financial literacy is one of the keys, and I say this to my man, where is he? I'm talking to the brother a little earlier. Brother Dixon, yes. I feel you about other races having their own currency. what other races also have are their own commodities, and they have control over them. We do not control our commodities, because when you see us own our own commodities is when the NFL folds and is replaced by Negro League football. When you see some shit like that, then we own our own commodities. Until then, I gotta ride with my man, Brother Mooney. I gotta go.
Yes, sir.
I gotta go with what he's saying, that we need financial literacy.
Oh, brother, we need it so bad. We can't do it by ourselves.
We can't. We gotta stop. We gotta stop with this concept that because the game is rigged against you, that you shouldn't play the game. No. You take this game just like every other game where they gave you bullshit to start with.
The game come from you. You know, the Moors taught the Europeans the banking system. This is our shit, man.
All right, well, brother, I think we may have our next direction for our next get-together for the show.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for your call, man. And as is usual, brother, you know that I love you with all my heart, but you got to get the fuck off my phone.
All right.
All right,
peace,
brother.
my brother.
Peace. It's a good dude right there. That's my man, Brother Mooney. I'm glad y'all came through. I'm hoping, man, that this really helps some people, man. Go back, watch this, share it. Throw it around. We need it. This ain't just about me getting my thing. This is about us getting our thing. So, yeah, we leaving at 4:20 on the West Coast. Reggie, yeah. Yeah, thank you, sir. Black Power TV, what's up? Sorry you came in late. Clint, hit Dwayne Mooney and my friends. Hit him up if you know, whatever you need. You can go back, watch the show. One last big puff, and peace to the balls. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Thank y'all, man. I'm going to try to hit y'all in the middle of the week. Go love somebody. Live hard. Love hard. I love y'all. Peace. Oh, wait a minute. Not yet, Mike Brown. I've been so busy, man, but I'm going to get to them beats. I promise you. This week I will. All right. Peace.